ChryslerJeep.com.
March into Baum Chevrolet Buick and march out with a new Chevrolet. This is Scott Baum from Baum Chevrolet Buick here in Clinton. We have a good selection of Silverado trucks to fit your everyday work needs. We have 1500s, 2500s, and 3500s in regular cabs, double cabs, and crew cabs. And if you're looking for good fuel economy, check out our 3-liter diesel and our 1500 Silverados boasting a combined 26 miles per gallon rating. BaumChevyBuick.com, right from the start.
Do you know what to do when a car is pulled over on the side of the road?
Get over!
First, reduce your speed. Second, change lanes if possible. Third, proceed with caution. These 3 simple steps can be the difference between life and death.
What if it's you that's on the side of the road? Do you want everybody to move over for you?
Do the right thing. Slow down, move over, and drive like your life and their life depends on it.
For the latest in Central Illinois agricultural news, visit IllinoisFarmRadio.com. Get updated information on markets, weather, ag news, local interviews with NAFB farm broadcaster Jared White, and much, much more. All at IllinoisFarmRadio.com.
Connexus will provide local, reliable, affordable, and speed-of-light fiber internet to Clinton. Get on the install list now by clicking the Connexus icon at DeWittDailyNews.com. Fiber internet is coming to Clinton. Get on the install list now.
For more than a century, AM radio has evolved to meet the needs of our community. More than 80 million listeners depend on AM radio each month. AM radio is also the backbone of the emergency alert system, which keeps us safe in dangerous times. It's reliable, free, and public safety depends on it. Text AM to 52886 and tell Congress we need AM radio in cars.
Message and data rates may apply. You may receive up to 4 messages a month, and you may text STOP to stop.
This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
8 minutes after 8 o'clock is news time on this Thursday. Top of the morning from the newsroom of Regional Radio and DeWittDailyNews.com. I'm Seth Lawrence. With this expanded local newscast, we stream to Facebook and YouTube, brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin Insurance agent in Clinton. The Daytona 500 may have been put off until after the Monday after the scheduled race, but local residents still came out in force to support local fire departments on that Sunday. The Daytona 500 was rained out until Monday, February 19th, but the Clinton Eagles annual fundraiser for area fire departments went off without a hitch. Carrie Coles, or KC from the Kenny Fire Department, says the day was incredible, despite not having a race to watch.
Out at the Eagles, they give us the platform every year to come in there and do a fundraiser that benefits Clinton, Wapella, and Kenny Fire Departments. And these are the funds that we get to use for the things that we need. That's just not in the budget. And it's a great group of people out there. What they do at the Eagles, what they do at this community is just amazing. And to allow us to come in there and do this is, pretty humbling. This year, of course, the race got canceled, so it kind of impacted the numbers of people that showed up out there, because some people come out for the race, some people come out just for the camaraderie or what have you. But we still was able to raise over $41,000 for 3, they'll be split between 3 departments. And to me, that's pretty impressive in this day and age. It's a tough economy right now. A lot of people are struggling, and to be able to have our community support us to that level, it's just inspiring.
Fritz Robinson is on the Kenny Fire District Board of Trustees and says the funds raised and distributed to their department always helps bridge the gap from what the department cannot afford but still needs.
This event, like Casey said, $41,000 split between 3 departments. I'm one of the trustees on Kenny Fire Department also. Like I just said when we were off air, I said anything that is painted fire department red, the expense is just phenomenal anymore. And we have things that are mandated that we have to do, we have to have. The problem is they mandate it, we have to have it. They just don't tell us how we're supposed to pay for it. But it just happens to be what it is. And the money that we get here really helps supplement our budget to buy equipment, supplies, personal protective, whatever we utilize it for on that year, really helps on our line items on our budget. Rescue jacks that we did a couple of years ago, one of those things that when you buy them, you hope you never have to use it. I think a few years ago we supplemented for the grain bin tube when we purchased it.
And DeWalt power tools.
Our battery powered tools on the trucks that we now have. It's just a lot of stuff that really benefits our department that we probably couldn't have or would be delayed in getting if we didn't have this funding.
According to Casey, the fundraiser is a great time. It's open to the public at the Eagles each year. He explains they have everything from reverse raffles, 50-50 auctions, 50-50s rather, auction items, and food and drinks.
Well, it's an all-day event, and it's a lot of work's put into it. The ladies at the Eagles and the people on they're on the committee and everything. So they put a lot of time, a lot of effort, and everything into this. We do a reverse raffle, which is a lot of fun. You get in on that $100 ticket, but you know, I think this year you could win up to $6,000 if it went down to one person. So it's a lot of fun. People really get into that. Mm-hmm. But they have a silent auction, they have a live auction. We start off at noon. We go through the evening. Some of them go till 7:30, depending on how many people are there and what's happening. Mm-hmm. Later in the days when the live auction goes on, which everybody really enjoys doing that. Mm-hmm. But we have food is provided there. If you want to donate, you can donate. They do the NASCAR board, so you can come in, you blind pick a number, and you have a chance to win money. Just the whole day, it's just a lot of fun. A lot of people, you'll see people you haven't seen in a few years that are coming out to this thing, and catch up. It's just a great group.
The Clinton, Kenny, and Wapella fire departments split the funds raised from Daytona each year. Those funds are then distributed here in the next few weeks by the folks from the Eagles. The Clinton Eagles was recently named the Chamber of Commerce's Nonprofit of the Year. A Central Illinois lawmaker is sounding the alarm on what he describes as dangerous legislation every parent should know about. State Senator Chapin Rose says some of the upcoming legislative proposals in Springfield are ridiculous, like a ban on gas-powered leaf blowers, but he says others are more serious, like a ban on trucks built before 2010.
Well, first of all, let's talk about what some of the other nonsense that's going on. Some of these things you kind of laugh at and you go, man, where do they get these crazy ideas? And then some of them they get really serious. So, there's a bill filed to ban gas-powered leaf blowers. I mean, I'm sure everybody listening to this is like, you're out of your minds. But then there was another bill, which is extremely serious, that would literally ban all semi-trucks built before 2010 or earlier. Okay? Well, that's most of them on the roads. That's what takes food to your grocery stores. That's what takes food out of the farm fields. That's what takes gasoline to the gas stations. Oh, those are most of your, ambulances and fire trucks too, okay? School buses, all right? So think about how much food costs right now at the grocery store. And then, add 60, 70% to it by the time you have a massive supply chain crisis and can't actually get farm food off the farm and into the grocery store, can't get grain, out of the elevator and into ADM down in Decatur. What do these guys people, what do they want? How much more expensive do they want life to be for us? I mean, anything you buy is going to be more expensive. Do you realize, Seth, because diesel trucks are built to last, most of the trucks on the road were built before 2010. So whether it's gasoline tankers, any of them. But I did this poll down in my new district the other night, Crawford County. I had a guy was at the local fire chiefs meeting. I said, hey, ask him how many of the fire trucks in the county were built before 2010. The answer was all of them.
I'm weatherology meteorologist Derek Height with a significant weather update. A severe thunderstorm warning has been issued for sections of Christian, Macon, Sangamon, and Shelby counties until 9 a.m. this morning. This batch of storms will bring with it the threat for both large hail and straight-line damaging winds. Quarter-size hail and winds up to 60 miles an hour are likely as it pushes east at around 40 miles an hour. For your safety, stay inside and away from windows until the storm passes. Large hail and strong winds can easily shatter glass, causing injury. If you're caught outside, take shelter in a sturdy building or a hardtop car. Take shelter now. Once again, a severe thunderstorm warning continues for areas of Christian, Macon, Sangamon, and Shelby counties until 9 a.m. this morning. Bear in mind, this array of storms has the potential for hail the size of quarters, and winds up to 60 miles an hour are likely. Stay tuned for additional updates. I'm meteorologist Derek Height.
Get news anytime from your computer or mobile device at DeWittDailyNews.com. 16 minutes after 8 o'clock on this Thursday, a look at local sports comes your way next. We've got a look at baseball and softball recaps from Wednesday. A plethora of games in Central Illinois. Recaps next.
MR Systems Wireless is your local internet provider for Clinton and surrounding area. They have the products you want and the local service you deserve. MR Systems Wireless Internet Service for home or business includes unlimited data, unlimited streaming, and unlimited calling. Plans start at just $48 a month and get a free Roku 4Ls with our media packages. Get the speed you need with MR Systems Wireless. Call them at 935-2100. That's 935-2100 for MR Systems Wireless.
Central Illinois' leading online source for local news, police blotter, for the record information, obituaries, and more is DeWittDailyNews.com. Since 2008, DeWittDailyNews.com has delivered fresh, online content to internet readers. From the City Council, to School Board, to the County Board, and more, DeWittDailyNews.com covers the local news you expect from the area's #1 local news source, and it's all absolutely free. Now you have even more ways to access DeWittDailyNews.com. Whether you're at your desktop, laptop, tablet, iPhone, or smartphone, DeWittDailyNews.com is delivered to all those platforms. That's right. It's even there on your iPhone and smartphone. The same local news, weather, and sports that's on the full-size edition is on your iPhone and smartphone just by going to DeWittDailyNews.com. If you haven't tried it, why don't you go to Central Illinois' leading online source for local news, police blotter, for the record information, obituaries, and more on your desktop, laptop, iPhone, or smartphone, DeWittDailyNews.com.
With SRN Sports, I'm Jeremy House. In the NBA, the Dallas Mavericks extend their winning streak by beating the Golden State Warriors 109-99.
Luka Doncic's triple-double streak ended at 7. He had 21 points. Doncic left the game in the fourth quarter with a sore hamstring. It was the Mavs' fourth straight win. Mavs dominated the paint 68-48, held the Warriors to just 40% shooting from the field. Kyrie Irving led the Mavs, who had 6 players in double figures with 23 points, 11 assists, while Jonathan Kuminga had a game-high 27 for Golden State. Andrew Wiggins had 17.
That's correspondent Bob Stevens reporting. Other winners included Detroit, Orlando, Denver, Cleveland, Charlotte, Chicago, Portland, and Sacramento. In men's top 25 college basketball, 20th-ranked BYU down Central Florida 87-73, while 16th-ranked Kansas was upset by Cincinnati. This is SRN Sports. In the NHL, the Nashville Predators continue to rack up points.
The Predators' 4-2 win over the Jets gives Nashville a 13-game point streak. Gustav Nyquist had a goal and an assist as the Preds moved to 11-0-2 during their streak. Jason Zucker, Philip Forsberg, and Kiefer Sherwood also scored. Roman Josi had 2 assists, and UC Saros turned back 27 shots. Winnipeg scored 2 third-period goals, breaking the ice on Alex Iafallo's tally. Connor Hellebuck stopped 34 shots for the Jets, who remained 2 points off the Central Division lead. Nashville moved 3 points clear of the Kings and Knights for the first wild card in the West. I'm Dave Ferry.
Other winners were St. Louis, Colorado, and Edmonton. NFL news, the Kansas City Chiefs have restructured quarterback Patrick Mahomes' contract. The restructuring frees up more than $21 million in salary cap space that the Chiefs can use elsewhere. This is SRN Sports.
Time now for a look at sports. I'm Seth Lawrence with this report. In a game heard on WHOW and at DeWittDailyNews.com, Preston Curtis got Clinton out of a tough spot in the 5th inning and preserved a 4-2 Maroons win over Hayworth in non-conference baseball action. From Evans Field at Clinton High School Wednesday afternoon. With the Maroons up 4-2, Curtis came on in relief of starting pitcher Brock Wilson with runners at first and second and 1 out. Curtis hit the first batter he faced to load the bases, but struck out the next 2 to get out of the jam. Curtis got through the next 2 innings to close out the win, and Clinton picked up its first victory of the season. Josh Bass drove in 2 runs with a double, finishing 1 for 2 with a walk. Jack Manning and Mason Walker had RBIs for Clinton. Brooks Kluver was 1 for 3 with an infield single. Mason Walker and Colton Walker each made highlight reel diving catches in the outfield Wednesday. Colton Walker's diving catch in the 7th inning closed out the win for Clinton. It was Hayworth's season opener as the Hornets fall to 0-1 overall. Clinton goes to 1-1 on the season and takes on Lexington Friday afternoon. Clinton broke out the bats again Wednesday and rolled to a 16-0 win over Cerro Gordo B Mint in non-conference high school softball action Wednesday in Cerro Gordo. Heidi Humble and Avery Smith drove in 2 runs apiece for the Lady Maroons. Brooke Reeves was 2 for 3 with 3 runs scored at the top of the Clinton lineup. Ashley Armstrong was 3 for 4 with a run scored and 2 runs batted in for Clinton. The Lady Maroons did not strike out in the contest Wednesday. They go to 2-0 on the season and travel to Lexington on Friday. Monticello scored 9 runs over the final 3 frames and ran away from Villa Grove 13-1 in non-conference high school boys baseball action from Villa Grove Wednesday. Hayden Romano threw 4 innings of 1-run ball for the Sages. The sophomore struck out 6, walked 2, and permitted 2 hits. Matt Swartz and Dylan Brown combined for 3 shutout innings to preserve the win for the Sages. Jacob Long paced the Monticello offense, going 2 for 4 with a double and 4 RBIs. Carter Foran, Colton Vance, and Luke Teschke drove in 2 runs apiece for Monticello. Brian Whitgren, Eli Kraft, and Teschke all had doubles for the Sages, leading 4-1 going to the 5th inning. Monticello added 2 runs in the 5th to increase its lead to 6-1. The Sages would add 4 runs in the 6th and 3 more in the 7th. Monticello goes to 2-0 on the season. They travel south for their annual spring break trip to Southern Illinois this weekend, starting with a Friday matchup with Anna Jonesboro, then Murfreesboro on Saturday. Zane Giles paced a balanced Maroa-Forsyth offensive attack on Wednesday as the Trojans rolled Tuscola 10-0 in 6 innings in high school boys baseball action in Forsyth. Giles was 3 for 4 with an RBI and 2 runs scored. Mitch Williams was 2 for 4 with a double, a run scored, and an RBI. Caden Rose drove in 2 with a double, going 2 for 3 with a run scored for the Trojans. Andy Munjoy was 1 for 4 with an RBI double. Tate Bradenberg struck out 8 in 4 scoreless innings on the mound for the Trojans. Munjoy struck out 4 and walked 2 in 2 scoreless, hitless innings to close out the win. Maroa-Forsyth is 3-0 on the season. They host Argenta Oriena this afternoon. Mount Pulaski's offense picked up where it left off last season, several seasons rather, and rolled to a season-opening 16-0 5-inning win over North Mac on Wednesday in non-conference baseball action in Verdon. Liam Smith paced the Hilltoppers offense, going 2 for 2 with a double, 4 runs scored, and a run driven in. Luke Martin was 1 for 3 with a double and 2 runs batted in. Chance Payne was 2 for 3 with a triple and 4 RBIs. Payne started on the mound for the Hilltoppers, going 2 1/3 innings, allowing 3 runs. 2 were earned on 2 hits. He issued 4 walks and struck out 5. Landon Smith and Eric Cooper combined for the final 2 2/3 innings of shutout ball to close out the win. The Hilltoppers are 1-0 on the season. They will host Central A&M on Monday of next week. Ryan Teeley hit a 3-run home run, and 3 normal community pitchers combined for 1 run, 1 hit ball as the Ironmen rolled Pekin 12-1 in 5 innings of the normal community season opener Wednesday in high school baseball action in Pekin. Josh Eisfelter had a 2-run pinch hit double, and Reed Johnson had a 2-run pinch hit base hit off the bench for normal. Owen Kavanaugh was 2 for 3 with 2 runs scored and an RBI for the Ironmen Ironman, while Brady Burkhart was 2 for 3 with a run scored and a run batted in. Brady Bankston went 2 innings of 1 hit shutout ball on the mound. The senior struck out 6 in 2 innings of work. Parker Michaels struck out 5 in 2 perfect innings of relief to close out the win. For Normal Community, the Ironmen are 1-0 on the season and host Metamora today at 4:30. Rochester doubled up Normal West 10-5 in the Wildcats season opener in high school baseball action from Rochester Wednesday afternoon. Trent Durham paced the Wildcats, going 2 for 3 with a run driven in and a run scored. Braden Whitehead doubled and scored twice, while Blake Crancer, Sean Jenkins, and Jackson Crancer each drove in runs for Normal West. The Wildcats dropped to 1-0 on the season. They'll look to get into the win column when they visit Troy Triad on Friday. Augie Rasmussen hit 2 home runs in Illinois State 16-6 7-inning romp over Indiana Wednesday at Bart Kaufman Field. Rasmussen's pair of blasts plated 5 of 9 runs for Illinois State in the second inning as the Redbirds go to 6-8 overall and pounded out 15 hits. Judah Morris tallied 3 hits, 4 RBIs, and 2 runs, while Daniel Pacella had 2 hits with 3 RBIs and 2 runs scored. Morris cleared the bases for the Redbirds with an RBI double as he would come around to score a few pitches later, making it 14-0. JT Sokolov tallied the 4th home run of the afternoon, sending one to the Indiana bullpen. Illinois State is scheduled to play Friday through Sunday at UT Martin. Get sports anytime from your computer or mobile device at DeWittDailyNews.com.
Hi, this is Republican Regan Deering. I'm running to fight for your family and mine. Our kids deserve to grow up in a free and prosperous Illinois, so I won't surrender our state to extreme Democrats. I've sued Governor Pritzker over his unconstitutional mandates, and I'm ready to tackle high taxes and inflation and fight the radical open border policies threatening our communities. I'll